Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first movie reaction of 2021. It's been a long time since I did a movie reaction. I did one to Terrifier and I did one to Sleepaway Camp, which was the first video on my channel. And I just kind of let it slide and I'm here to rectify that. I love horror movies, so I'm definitely interested to see some horror movies in 2021 that are new to me and things I've never seen before. So this week I'm delving into something that scares me quite a lot, but we'll get to that. This month the theme for horror movies is horror remakes. If you want to see me react to a horror remake, let me know down below what you'd like me to watch. If I've seen it, I'll let you know. If I've not, I'll put it in the list and then I'll randomly pick one to watch in 2 weeks' time for the next horror movie on the next Saturday video. Today I'm jumping into the remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street and I'm terrified. Not because I'm scared. I'm not scared of Nightmare on Elm Street or Freddy Krueger or anything like that. You can't get scarier than the original Nightmare on Elm Street. That's done enough damage to my psyche for the rest of my life. But I'm scared because it looks terrible, and that's kind of why I picked it. I did debate doing ranking Friday the 13th movies, ranking Nightmare on Elm Street movies, and I felt like in myself that I couldn't really do that until I'd watch this movie. I might do it again in the future, we don't know, but I've just kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off for so long. And even though I've heard pretty bad things about it, I am intrigued. I want to see what it's like. Even if I hate it, at least I can then say I've watched it. And I'm just scared. I'll probably talk more about my feelings on the original as I watch the movie, but I feel like we should just jump into the movie and get started on the reaction. If you enjoy this reaction, please let me know down below what you thought. And again, let me know some more horror remakes to react to in the rest of January. And also, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this movie or watch it along with me, there's a link to the Patreon in the box below. Let's jump into A Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh god, I'm scared. Oh god, I'm scared. Please don't be like the worst thing I've ever watched in my life. Please don't be terrible. Well, it will be terrible, but please don't be too terrible. The original is just so iconic to me. It's really one of the films that defined my love for horror. The music, the practical effects, which I don't think this one will do as much. I guess I'm intrigued to see how closely it follows the original, what changes it makes. I was going to say what improvements it makes, but from what I've heard, none.
Can I have another?
Oh, is that Callan Lutz?
Hey,
he's one good looking man in
can I
here.
have some more coffee, please?
Ooh.
Where are you going? Hello?
What's Callan Lutz been up to these days? I've not seen him in much
Anyone
for a
here?
while. Oh! Fuck, that made me jump. Get out! Jesus Christ, on a bicycle. Oh, to be fair, Freddy made me jump in the original when he first appeared. Because when he jumped up behind Tina, when you first properly saw him.
Dean.
I knew that one was coming. It's definitely not as iconic as Tina's opening. Because she was in his boiler room. It was just something we'd never seen before.
No,
What?
we're good. We just get the
Is he like the Johnny Depp character? No, kid, no.
Only thing you want to ask her, Quentin?
No, honey, no. I'm trying to keep an open mind,
take care of the rest of it.
but I'm not feeling like the chemistry.
You're not real! You're not real! You're not real!
I am now.
Dean,
Bye, Dean. I guess if you've never seen the original, that might be quite cool, but the weird effects on the screen when Freddy was on screen, I don't know.
We're setting up a crisis center at the school. You know where my office is, right, Nancy?
And she's no Ronnie Blakely. She was iconic in that role in the original film. With a bottle of vodka, cigarette in hand. Security. Great, love it. No. That looks shy. Okay. Another bit of the original they've ruined. Because it was great in the original. It was all like, I don't know what the material was called, but essentially it was a real wall made out of this material that Robert Englund pushed himself against. And you could see like the feature of his face as he pushed through the wall. And it looked great because it was practical. Time for a jump scare. Fucking hell.
Remember me?
Chris, you okay?
So she was one of his victims when she was a child. So like in the original, it kind of, he was just a killer, wasn't he? They kind of hinted at more, but never specifically said.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
You really shouldn't fall asleep in class. This won't hurt. One little bit.
God, she can scream, can't she? I don't know how to feel. Like, the effect when the kind of classroom exploded, for lack of a better term, was kind of cool. I guess it's just proof that, like, this movie's very CGI based, whereas the original was not at all. It was all practical, and they would do all this weirdness without having to rely on special effects. I think this is the part where Kate Cassidy signs off. Tina. No. My
I was
friend.
just petting him.
Elements of it I quite like. The voice doesn't sound right. But again, I don't want it to be a carbon copy of the original, so I don't know what I'd want it to sound like.
Here I come.
Don't. I feel like it's one of those fake waking up. They do it all the time. He's gonna like lie down and he's gonna be like next to her or something.
Found you.
Like this. How could they butcher such a fantastic scene in the original? Elements of that were kind of cool, but when she was like fling, 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 did you not get vibes of Freddy versus Jason? Do you know when Jason was like ping, 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 ping all over the room, like a pinball? What was so brilliant about the original, if you've seen it, is when Tina's getting dragged up that wall and all that stuff's happened to her. That's all done practically. They built a room and then they turned it so that when Freddy was dragging her up the wall, she was actually doing it. At least Rod had the decency to take his top off while he was running around. Got a leather jacket on though, didn't he?
Quiet.
Yeah. Don't piss off your cellmate, because it won't end well for you. I mean, I guess he's gonna die. See, again, with the special effects, it just doesn't look as effective when it's CGI. If they had, like, the bookshelves, like, manually closing in on him, maybe, that would have looked really effective or cool. Or they built a book frame that was flexible to bend around him. Oh, I don't like this. Again, is there any need for the special effects? That would have been so much creepier if it was just the sound of the metal on metal, without all the sparks that were added to it. But I like the thing he does with his blade. That's quite scary. Okay. High note, we're actually 2. He's like, what the just happened?
Did you know that after the heart stops beating, the brain keeps functioning for well over 7 minutes? We 6 more minutes to play.
I quite like that. That was quite a cool little thing.
Okay.
Yeah, something positive about the film.
She's the Pied Piper of Hamlin.
Hey, that's what I used to live in Hamlin.
It's a story about a guy who's betrayed by a town.
When I was a kid, I lived in Germany. I lived in Hamlin.
Children.
Okay, bathtub scene. How are they going to ruin this one? There it is.
Honey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, Mom.
Unless she's asleep now. They just completely got rid of the bathroom scene, which... is... Okay, she's asleep. I was going to say it's probably the right thing to do, because some scenes just shouldn't be touched, like the Tina scene, but they tried.
You're my little Nancy.
Oh, you creep, get off. Oh.
I set an alarm.
Yes, you did. In your dream. You smell different.
Okay, so they're definitely taking a different route with the fact that these are all people. So I presume they're all captured by Freddy. And did he abuse them in that sort of way?
There was a man at the preschool. His name was Fred Krueger. He lived in the basement of the preschool.
So that's normal.
Kids were his life.
To live in the basement of a school for kids. As long as those weird dream demons don't appear from Freddy's dead.
You were his favorite of all.
You know what? I got some other drawings. And they're like really bad drawings. Maybe you can help me fix them?
And then we
Ugh.
started to notice things.
They're going a bit more heavy-handed with the abuse storyline. I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do here. Because they're going to do something spooky spooky. Ugh. Oh, I don't like drowning. Underwater things scare me. Oh, it's like a flashback. A bit in the water in Freddy's lair. It's weird 'cause it's like framing them as like villains almost, but they did not the right thing. They definitely do the right thing, but they did a thing I think majority of people can understand. If someone hurts your child, you go after them.
For my son!
Huh? Oh.
Is there anybody else out there that this is happening to?
Scary though, like the lack of sleep is such an awful feeling. I say I've only done it for a day and a half, 2 days at most. It's just terrible. So anything longer than that, you do lose your mind. Jump scares. Nice throwback to the original. I like it. And they ruined it. See that shot? Great. When he's in the background, at the back with the fire behind him, beautiful. Going with the static or sparks.
Are you okay?
This is stupid. It's just jump scare after jump scare after jump scare. And I'm getting tired of it. Because it's just not effective storytelling.
I've been here before.
If you can keep a secret, I'll take you to a special place.
You dirty bugger. Is he going to be one of them, maybe?
What are those?
What are those? She has a right to see them. Like, horrible as it is, she's the only person that really should see them. I know that's a weird thing to say, but...
Tag. You're it.
I don't like his face.
How about we hang first?
No.
It's not real.
This is like Nightmare on Elm Street 4 kind of humour.
It's real. I'm real.
And even when Freddy was trying to be funny, he would be like, ah, Freddy, I'm funny, like a bit over the top with it. And it worked because it was so zany. But when he was scary, he was scary. Whereas he's trying to crack jokes whilst be scary. And it don't work. He's going to be behind her or something. More CGI with the changing of the floors. I mean, the one in the original was kind of ropey, but it was practical.
How's this for a wet dream? This dress was always one of my favorites.
Gross.
Do you remember it, Nancy? Your mouth says no. But
Are all his lines ad-libbed? Like, in post?
look at me!
Because the voice doesn't match how his mouth's moving.
What you did to me.
His face just looks weird. I don't know why they designed him like this. Because it just looks odd.
You can't hurt me. You're in my world.
And the fact like he's got the top lip that doesn't move just makes it all look a bit strange.
You can't ever leave.
Okay, so Freddy's out of the dream now. Cool.
It hurts, doesn't it? It's because you're in my world now, bitch.
That line was pretty much lifted directly from Freddy vs. Jason. It'd be odd if the police did find this body, but like, the DNA test showed this is the body of Fred Krueger, the guy that burned alive years ago. But it's here now. How weird.
We go straight up to bed, okay?
I should get pulled through a door. Oh my god, that was the best scene in the film. It wasn't, well, you know, it was a great ending.
I know you were just trying to protect me.
Thank you. I'm just glad you're safe.
Whee! I kind of talked about my feelings all the way through, especially if you're watching on Patreon with a full-length reaction. But that film was not good. I try and look for some positives. Okay, let's look for some positives. Jackie Earle Haley as Freddy was not good. But I liked the little thing he did with his blades where he's like... That was kind of creepy. And I liked some of the new scenes they put in. When they tried to do scenes from the original and put their own little twist on it, it didn't work for me. But when they tried to do their own little bits, some of the creativity there was kind of cool. Like the snowy scenes were interesting visually. And the focus on the nursery and stuff happened there, I liked as a change. I still prefer the original storyline, but I like the fact that they did try and do something different, and they were going really heavy on like the abuse aspects of it, which I thought worked, and because they did try and do their own thing, I liked that. What else did I like? I like looking at Kellen Lutz. To be honest, so much of this film I didn't like, and I don't know with these movie reviews how much I want to talk at the end, because I feel like you kind of get my vibe throughout. I'm not the best at doing like reviews, but the over-reliance on special effects bugs me. Because part of the beauty of the original, about old horror films in general, which are my favourite, like 80s movies and that kind of era, is all the practical effects where everything was done practically. And sometimes they were janky, and sometimes they didn't look so realistic, but some things were great. Like the best scenes in the original Nightmare on Elm Street, Tina getting dragged up the wall, all done practically, not a single special effect in there that was computer graphics. Great. Freddy coming through the wall above Nancy's bed, Nancy getting dragged down in the bathtub, all that was done practically. None of it was like crazy computer graphics. So the over-reliance on computer graphics was annoying. More annoying was over-reliance on jump scares. Yeah, I do jump when they do jump scares because it's designed to make you jump. You're not expecting a big like bah! Like noise. It's more the noise that makes you jump than it is the hand grabbing the person or the person appearing behind them, because you can tell when it's going to happen most of the time. It's just the fact that they blast you with this noise, which infuriates me. Once or twice, I don't mind in a movie, but this film was doing it over and over again, especially in the latter half when Nancy was having these like micro dreams, and so was the other dude. It's just like, it's a lack of creativity and a lack of originality that they have to rely so much on making you jump rather than making you afraid. The original made me afraid at times, when even just like Freddy wasn't constantly in the face screaming at them. Like, when he's walking down the alleyway at the beginning in Tina's dream, it's scary. It gets a little weird when he's like, and the arms get really big. But like when he's like jumping out from behind the tree going, hey, throughout the movie, when he's just being creepy. Elements of that worked here, but most of the time, it was just Freddy was in the face, shouting too much, talking too much. The face looked odd. And I don't like to just come in and shit on something because I've learned from my YouTube channel that sometimes when I say bad things about something, sometimes the actor watches it and kind of comments, and I'm like, oh shit. I just didn't like this movie. There's not much redeeming about this film. And I try not to see it as a Nightmare on Elm Street fan. I try not to judge it against the original movie as much as I can, because I do like some remakes. Child's Play remake, great idea. Started off strong, in my opinion, but really went off the rails, really just went nuts, so not in a good way. Friday the 13th remake, great kills. Jason was fantastic, but the overall storyline was kind of boring, kind of generic. Halloween remake, like I say, Rob Zombie's remake, not a touch on the original, but they did their own thing and I loved it. This one, I just felt like as a movie, it wasn't good. It was a generic 2000s horror, jump scares, computer graphics. It's a Michael Bay film, so I'm not shocked. Bland performances most of the way through. I would have preferred Kellen Lutz to be the boyfriend-ish character. Kyle isn't the best actor. I never find him particularly believable or likeable. Rooney Mara and Katie Cassidy should have been swapped. Katie Cassidy can scream, and it's great. She had a perfect final girl scream. Rooney Mara was just kind of meh. So I'm going to end it here. Like, I don't want to go on for too long because the video's probably going to be long enough, especially if you're watching on Patreon. But just, it was not good. I didn't enjoy it. There was a couple of elements of creepiness that I liked, but genuinely the film overall for me was out of 10 like a 2 out of 10. Didn't find much redeeming about it. Didn't enjoy it for what it was. I just found it kind of disappointing on pretty much every front and every level that it could have worked on. It didn't. So that was my reaction to the remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street. Let me know what you thought down below. And I'm interested to hear about people who did like it. Like, what did you like about it? Tell me. Show me what I didn't like. Show me what I'm wrong for thinking. Well, I'm not wrong, but my opinion is my opinion, as just as your opinion is your opinion. But yeah, let me know down below what you thought of the movie and the reaction. And especially if you're watching on Patreon, what you thought of the whole full-length thing moving forward. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves. And as always, my name is Scott. Hope you're well and take care of yourselves. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, leave some comments down below, and take a look at the Patreon link if you're interested to see more. Let me know down below what remakes you want to react to in the next video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys, and see you soon.